Hello, it's Monday, March 21st. This is Kalin in the Weather Center with an update for you with this spring storm that we're dealing with. Here's a look at it on a 3-hour radar loop. Steady accumulating snow is filled in across much of the south of New Brunswick, beginning to fill in across Prince Edward Island, the Atlantic coastline of Nova Scotia, seeing a mix of snow turning through some ice pellets, freezing rain, and over to rain. And then a lot of people in the southwest of Nova Scotia noticing the gap. And this is a dry slot or an area of the low pressure system where some drier air is wrapped in, and that has temporarily cut precipitation and is likely to lower overall precipitation amounts for areas of Nova Scotia. We'll talk more about that in a moment. But we may not be completely done, because even though we're getting that little bit of a gap, you will notice that back through the northeastern United States, there is still all of this snow showing up on radar. And that's going to have to move northeast with the system as well as we head through this afternoon and this evening. Most of it, again, coming through areas of New Brunswick, western parts of Prince Edward Island, but some further accumulations and some snow and ice pelts not out of the question for parts of Nova Scotia, like the Annapolis Valley and into Cumberland and Colchester counties. So taking a look at a forecast model, once again, no forecast model is going to accurately nail amounts across the entire region, just because there's a lot going on with this system, that drier air wrapping in the mix of precipitation. But this is the American GFS model. Just want to make a couple notes on it. Around the Fredericton area, 25 centimeters. That seems a little bit high to me. I'd like to see something 15 to 20 centimeters there. Something closer to 25 centimeters, though, for the Moncton area. Amounts tapering off to become much lighter towards the northwest of New Brunswick. That looks very good. Edmonton, the northwestern corner, 2 to 5 centimeters is probably very reasonable. And then heading into Nova Scotia, amounts near 15 centimeters, Cumberland, Colchester counties. That looks very plausible still. Areas of the Annapolis Valley, though, from Digby all the way up through the valley, 10 to 15 centimeters. That looks like a better call. So that's bringing the amounts down by approximately 5 centimeters from what I was talking about yesterday. And definitely around Digby, I'd like to see that closer to 10 rather than 15. Amounts around the Atlantic coastline of Nova Scotia, and by that I mean from Yarmouth running all the way up through Shelburne, Lunenburg, Halifax, and even into most areas of Cape Breton, 2 to 5 centimeters because of the mixing. That looks very good. There may be some local accumulations of 10 to 15 centimeters in the higher terrain of Inverness and Victoria counties. As for the timing of this system, as we head through this afternoon into the early evening, it's still accumulating snow through much of southern New Brunswick, across much of Prince Edward Island, though mixing in with ice pellets and freezing rain in Kings County there. That mix still ongoing across much of mainland Nova Scotia, although for Nova Scotia, as temperatures continue to cool and we move through the evening, those areas that are seeing a mix or even a turnover to rain, you are likely to see an additional period of flurries or light snow, and with temperatures cooling back towards or below freezing tonight, you want to be careful about icy spots developing. Now near midnight, the steadier accumulating snow really begins to ease up. We're on the eastern coastline of New Brunswick and in the west of Prince Edward Island. And then from there, it breaks down to lighter flurries. Those lighter flurries coming to an end early Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning, there will be some flurries and some northwest winds. Parts of Inverness and Victoria County in Cape Breton, but much of the region tomorrow, mostly sunny to a fair weather mix of sun and cloud, gusty winds, and temperatures that are going to be below normal for this time of the year.